intuitive family, welcome back to Crystal Intuition. So today we're going to be talking about Halloween. So I have a little list here of things that I want to talk about in this video, so if I look that way I'm looking at the list. So first off, I hope you guys are enjoying the Spooktober season, and I hope most of you are still deciding to celebrate Halloween even despite things going on in the world right now. So firstly, I come from this, my country, we don't celebrate Halloween here. I know Halloween falls in the fall where most of you guys are. Halloween generally is an autumn thing, and over here where we live, it's spring now, slowly transitioning into summer, and it's hot as hell outside. That's why I'm making videos in the nighttime now, because it's too hot during the day and I don't really like when my face gets too red. So I'm going to talk about the origins of Halloween, where I think it came from. Most of these are my own opinions, but I also did a lot of research as well, so if someone has a different opinion, then that's cool, I guess. Everyone can have their own opinions. I would actually love to hear your opinions if you have a different opinion than mine. But there was these holidays back in the day called Samhain. Samhain is one of the first ones I actually learned about throughout my growing up. So Samhain was this festival. It was supposed to be like the celebrating the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter, the darker months, they called it. So they had these feasts, and they carved pumpkins. Well, back then they didn't have pumpkins, but they carved jack-o'-lanterns out of, I believe it was, let me just see where I wrote that down. Turnips. They carved jack-o'-lanterns out of turnips. So pumpkins weren't actually a thing back then, they weren't invented yet. So science evolved, and now we have pumpkins and they're easier to carve. I have never carved a pumpkin, it looks so much fun. I would actually like to give that a try someday. But the whole festival was basically also said to be a protective ritual. They wore masks and stuff to hide themselves from the evil spirits, and they also gave out candy to appease the spirits, and the jack-o'-lanterns and black cats were said to ward off the spirits and kind of scare them away. Samhain was celebrated from the 31st of October until the 1st of November, and it was like a whole 2-day festival, and a lot of people actually had a lot of fun. But there was a scarier side to it, because Samhain is the name of a demon, allegedly, and it is said that he can rise other demons out of hell. He can basically make that not only he is the one that rises, but if he rises, he can basically rise all of hell with him. So that doesn't sound good at all, and with everything going on, there's something at the end of this video you might want to stick around for, because I have something to share with you guys. So Samhain was originally that. It was a protective ritual and something to commemorate the end of harvest and the beginning of winter. There was also this other festival called Soul's Day. So Soul's Day was kind of this holiday where poor people gave prayers to richer people, and the richer people baked something called a soul cake. They would give the soul cake to the poor people in exchange for them praying for their families, or at least that's what I understand it to be. They called it souling. So that's kind of where the trick-or-treat thing came from. But modern Halloween is kind of like this mixture between Samhain and this Soul's Day. There was a lot of other Halloween-related festivals and holidays, because Halloween, like I said, a lot of people believe Halloween to be a night where spirits rise. It's supposedly said that the veil between the living and the dead is thinnest. In certain parts of Mexico and Brazil, they celebrate another kind of very more traditional ritual or festival that they call Dias de Muertos or Dias de la Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead. For those of you who have never seen that festival, you have to Google that. It's beautiful. I really think it's very unique and it's very special. But they basically just try to make the memory of their deceased loved ones live on during that day. And because they believe the veil is thinnest, they put photos and candles and special things like candies or special things that like presents for their loved ones. And it's said that if they don't put out their loved ones' photos, their memory will go lost and they will cease to exist as a spirit, which is very sad. But the whole festival is very beautiful, it's very artistic and creative, and it's very like heartwarming to actually see them doing that. For those of you actually have watched that movie Pay the Ghost with Nicolas Cage, that's also kind of that same vibe, but that's not the same festival, that's just another Halloween festival. But I believe it's kind of a similar vibe about what we're talking about today. So I had to throw that in there. So I want to tell you guys a little bit more about what Halloween means to me, because we have like this place where we don't really celebrate Halloween, and we actually have a lot of costume shops here and Halloween stuff is being sold during this time, but very little people celebrate it, especially Christians, because they believe it's satanic, and really it isn't. I see it as a protective ritual. So I don't really think Halloween is a satanic ritual. In fact, I think Christmas can be questioned as well, because Christmas is very pagan and Christians don't mind that, but yeah, we can't judge things now, can we? So yeah, they're just very picky and choosy which holidays they think is like legit and which ones are cursed. But I personally like Halloween. I don't celebrate Halloween on this one day. I practically celebrate it throughout the year because I love creepy stuff and I love Halloween related things, Halloween movies, and I just watch it throughout the whole year. I don't celebrate on a specific day. Do I think that the veil is thinnest on Halloween? Yes, I do. I do believe that creepy stuff happens during Halloween. So we're about to get a little bit more serious because I have something to share with you guys. A lot of psychics have been having these visions and it's been spooky. I've heard a couple of other YouTubers talk about it, and I don't like copycatting content, and I don't want to even talk about the same stuff that YouTubers talk about, but I just want to raise awareness to that warning and just share the message, because a lot of people, I read the comments, and a lot of people don't seem to be concerned about this. So with everything going on in the world right now, everyone's depressed, everyone's sad, everyone's losing things, everything's delayed, everything's technically going wrong this year. So the whole world has been vibrating at a lower frequency than it usually does. So this year Halloween is going to be on a full moon, which I don't believe that particularly happens a lot. Some people are excited about that, but I think it's creepy because full moon energy is very powerful. Then we have the veil being so thin. And the warning is that since the world has been vibrating so low, it's a little easier for dark entities to come through during Halloween. So I would say that we should all just spiritually protect ourselves. If you're religious, praying would help. And I would advise staying indoors and staying safe during Halloween, because we need to take caution every day, not just on Halloween, but course spiritual caution is needed, because I do believe something bad can rise and bad things come through all the time. If we look at the state of the world right now, then you guys will know what I'm talking about. So things are really getting heated. So I have been a little afraid, because I don't want to like talk about this at all, because I don't like this idea of bad stuff coming. So there's a way we can stop it, a very easy way. We can all just try to be as positive as we can, as happy as we can. We can try to be grateful for the things we have, and we can try to just enjoy life, because things will get better eventually. It's bound to. It always does. Light always overcomes the darkness. So as long as we all just stay safe, then everything, I believe, will be okay. And we need to stay positive. And psychically, I got a time, and I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't share this with you guys. So I sat and I meditated, and I just felt called to grab a pen and a paper, and I wrote these numbers: 10, 44, 5. I sat a little more and I meditated a little more on it, and I got a little bit more little details in between. So I got a time: 10:44 p.m. till 5 a.m. That's the time during Halloween, during the 31st October, where we have to be at our most cautious. And basically just when night falls on the 31st until sun rises on the 1st of November, we just need to spiritually protect ourselves and stay positive as we can, so that we can all just be safe, and so that negative entities can't influence us. Because negative things attract negative things, and if you vibrate lower and you feel negative, you're going to attract that negative entities towards you, and we don't really want more bad stuff in our lives. I'm pretty sure none of us has any more time for any bad stuff, so we're just gonna share awareness and make people aware of this, and share the positivity. That's the biggest message I have for you guys. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!